Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Cary Yurkiw here. Thanks for joining me today. Today is actually day 5, but yesterday was day 4, and I wanted to recap the day with you and just to see how much change there's been, how my weight loss is progressing. I stepped on the scale today. I was at 217.8, I think it was. So I've lost around 3 pounds right now. We're about 5 days into it. Yesterday was an interesting start to the day because I got to the clinic early in the morning, and I was still going through my intermittent fasting period, and I wanted to know if either one of these electrolyte products would be okay for me. So I scanned this one, this liquid IV, which has 2 grams of carbohydrates, and then I scanned this LMNT one, which has 1 gram of carbs. And I said, would that break my fast? So basically, ChatGPT, my nutrition program, we've programmed this to be like a nutritionist to give me some advice and some guidance. Basically, for the liquid IV, it's basically saying it's good, but it has some sweeteners and flavoring agents, and LMNT has none but salt, cocoa, stevia-free flavors. So it was saying, you know what, go with the LMNT because it's not going to break your fast. It's negligible calories, no sugar. So I went with the LMNT, and I have to admit I like the taste of the liquid IV better, but I stuck with that until later in the day. So didn't want to break my fast. I stuck with it. I did end up going to the gym, and I was on the elliptical this time, but it still recorded my activity there on my watch. You can see right here, 48 minutes, 394 calories, total calories 497, and 105 heart rate. And I got my steps in that way. And then I went back to do some treadmill later. So the elliptical counted, gave me 394 calories. And it's basically saying this was a good zone 2 aerobic workout, which is good for fat oxidation, mitochondrial health, recovery friendly volume, appetite control later in the day. So that was good. It kind of compared elliptical to steps right here. So 10 minutes of elliptical is equal to 1,200 to 1,500 steps. That's pretty good. 48 minutes elliptical, 5,500 to 7,000. Okay, that looks good to me too. So it's giving me all the check marks. So it's saying, you know, it's within the guidelines of what you want to accomplish over the 100 days. It counts as intentional cardio, counts towards daily movement goals. Excellent choice while I was fasting. Lower joint stress than treadmill running, and pairs well with the electrolytes. So, all right. So then, let's see what happened after that. I think I got home and was asking it some questions and that. And then I got home and I had this, which was some blueberries with some walnuts. I think I might have put in some cottage cheese with that. So then I said, I took a picture of that and these two, and I just uploaded it. And basically the project will take the pictures and figure things out. So it said, you had cottage cheese, about half a cup. You had walnuts, 25 grams, and blueberries. And then it gave me a total breakdown of that. And so that began my running totals, the positives being protein forward, low net carbs, no ultra processed ingredients, and good micronutrients and satiety. So I'm very happy about that. Then it's giving me some suggestions, like cap the walnuts at 1 tablespoon, add chia or ground flax, that would be good. Same cottage cheese, blueberries, skip the walnuts, add cinnamon and fiber. That's a good idea. So right after we're done this video, I'm going to go get some cottage cheese. I'm going to put some cinnamon in there. I'm going to add a little bit of my fiber supplement into that. And let's just see how that turns out. I'll put some blueberries in there as well. And we'll just compare tomorrow how I did with their recommendations. Okay, then I had some egg whites. I actually bought egg whites at the grocery store. I poured them into the pan with some butter and olive oil, and then shiitake mushrooms, and then 2 pieces of bacon. So it gave me the breakdown of that. Calories 205 to 215, protein 22, fat 12, carbs 1 to 2, fiber 0.5. So it's giving me a thumbs up for that, giving me the running totals for the day. Then let's see, what did I have here? Oh yeah, I bought some Wagyu burgers at the grocery store, and I was really hungry and I wanted to have one of those. Here's the nutritional label from it. No carbs, but it does have fat, saturated fat 7. And it does have a lot of protein, 26. So basically, I had that Wagyu burger. And then it gave me an update to my running totals here again. Okay, and just tracking the protein, tracking the net carbs. Doesn't have the fiber there, but that's something that we'll see a little bit later. Then I had a smoothie, and this is kind of my typical smoothie. I had the almond milk that's unsweetened, which is really a great drink anytime. I put this peanut butter in, and it cautioned me on this. It was just nuts peanut butter, but you can see the carbs, 3 grams in that, but I really did like it. Here's my my fiber supplement that I use. And so that has lots of dietary fiber in it. This is my good protein supplement. I usually have a scoop and a half of that. And then my creatine. So that's what I put in my smoothie. And it's basically giving me a total of each ingredient. It cautioned the peanut butter with a limit, kind of yellow exclamation mark. And then it gave me the total. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, I did some adjustments to it. And I had 2 servings of almond milk. Oh yeah, 2 servings of almond milk, because I had 500 milliliters of that for my smoothie. So it updated that. So then it's giving me an update on what I've eaten so far. And let's just make sure we've got unsweetened almond milk. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. And so it's giving me an update on how I've done so far. Okay. So 2 scoops of fiber blend, updated full total for the day so far. Still running really good with the net carbs, 12 to 14. Protein's getting up there, which is good. It's giving me a total breakdown of the macronutrients. Fat's now getting on the high side, so be careful. Fat does have a lot of calories too. Okay, the dinner target, it says go for something like lean protein, chicken, shrimp, tuna, whitefish. Get a large amount of vegetables in there with it and keep the fats low. And then have some herbal tea, which I actually did have, a sparkling water, which I always have with me, and black coffee, which I do drink, and no nuts or no peanut butter. So I didn't have that. And it's saying you're doing a really good job with your fat loss position today. Carbs are low, fibers at your goal. So then I said, well, okay, I had this blackberries with some yogurt as a snack. And I took the picture of the label. And I did put a little bit of cottage cheese in with that. So half yogurt, half cottage cheese. It was plain yogurt. And it was the one that has more protein and more fat in it, but less carbs. So it did the breakdown for me. You got to watch yogurt. When I went to the grocery store, I was looking at the different types of yogurt. Some of them actually have quite a bit of carbs in them. You don't want that. That'll kind of throw things off. So here it gave me the total. And it's just suggesting again for dinner. same type of thing. I had the seaweed snack later from Costco, 100 calories. It does have 4 carbs, 1 gram of protein, so 3 net carbs, and 3 grams of protein. That tasted pretty good to me. So I had that. It added it into my totals again. Okay. Then I had some of this spring mix salad. Okay. All right. And I put some ham in there with it. And that was the ham I cooked on the weekend. I cut it up and put it in with the salad, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt. So ham on the spring mix, it's giving me the breakdown of the macros and updating my numbers. So bottom line, it was a successful fat loss day. Closed the protein cleanly, avoided carb creep, used greens correctly, didn't overcorrect or undereat. So now it's kind of offering me a few options. I added in some olive oil. I had half an ounce with that salad, so it wasn't picking that up when I did the picture. I made sure it had that. I'm saying it's 5 p.m. at that point, and what can I eat now for a snack? And so it's giving me some suggestions. And then what I had was half a portion of cottage cheese again, half almond milk, half heavy cream. I bought some heavy cream, that's like whipped cream, and 10 blueberries. So it added all that up for me. 140 calories, 7 protein, 9 fat, 5 carbs, 1 fiber. So here's my updated totals, getting high now, but I did go back and exercise at the gym. So 1850 to 1950 calories, 150 to 160 protein. That's great. Fat 115 to 125. That's why it was cautioning me, try and keep that lower. And then the carbs, 45 to 55, net carbs 30 to 35, and fiber 30 to 32. Perfect. So, and then the step count at the end of the day, including going back to the gym, 13,750. So it adjusted for that step count. So it was a wonderful day. And I think, the reason why I've lost 3 pounds so far is because of knowing what to eat, knowing what to buy at the grocery store, following the guidance. It's really helpful to have this Chat GPT project programmed. I program it with specific instructions up here. And it's been great. It's been really good to be able to stay on track with my weight loss. It's been awesome. And I'm very happy with my progress so far. If you guys want to lose some weight, feel free to type in the chat and type your goals in there. Down over here, type how many pounds do you want to lose in 2026? I want to lose 25 pounds, and I've lost 3 already. All right, so I want to thank you guys for joining me today. Hope you're learning something from these daily posts, this vlog. I'll use these posts in the end to write a book called something like The Next 100 Days. I already wrote the first book, the first 100 Days. It's on Amazon, How I Lost 32 Pounds in 100 Days. This time I'm going for 25 pounds, but I want to retain the muscle mass. And this morning I was in the gym. I was doing the pull workout, biceps, shoulder shrugs, lat pull downs. So that was before work. That went really good. So I'm going to keep sharing with you how I'm doing with that. I'm going to take Chat's recommendations, go have another part of another meal now, a small meal with that cottage cheese, with that fiber, the blueberries. And I'm going to keep you guys posted. Tomorrow I'll let you know how that went. And thanks for joining me today, and I'll talk to you soon.